Today's topic, guys, is close to home for me because of the fact that my mother and father-in-law actually live on the border, literally on the border. Every so often throughout the year, my wife and I actually go back. How you doing, Judy? I see you on Instagram. Um, we actually go down there, and I'm very familiar with the Texas southern border. Okay, very familiar with it. So today, guys, we're going to dive into this Title 42 expiring and the southern border crisis. It's been a crisis for a while, guys, and we're going to really look at a lot of things of what is Title 42. We're going to look at why is it expiring. We're going to look at all that as well. We're going to look at a lot of things. We're going to look at the numbers. We're going to look at news reports. We're going to look at all of the facts. And we're going to lean in and reason together, guys, and prescribe the right solution. So let's dive into this real fast, guys. Let's dive into what is Title 42? I'm actually glad you actually asked that question. Let's dive into what this realistically is, okay, real fast, all right? And then we're going to the news reporting, okay? So let's look at what Title 42 is. What Title 42, guys, is this here. Boom, here we go. And get that this way real fast. This is on CNN. All right, real quickly. Let's read it together for the folk in the back row. All right, guys. It says, Title 42, the Trump era pandemic of public health restrictions that became a key tool officials used to turn back migrants in the U.S. Mexico border, is set to expire on May the 11th. Here are answers to some key questions about Title 42. What's happening on the ground and what could be next, okay? So let's dive into answering this question is what is Title 42? Let's dive into this thing real quickly. In the early days of the coronavirus pandemic, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control, CDC, and Prevention issued a public health order that officials said aimed to stop the spread of COVID-19. All right. The order allowed for authorities to swiftly expel migrants uh, at the U.S. land borders. This policy is widely known as Title 42, the portion of the U.S. code that allowed the CDC director to issue it. This actually came into fruition during the Trump administration. All right, let's dive into this real quick. Let's go a little deeper. All right, migrants encountered under Title 42 have been either returned to their home countries or sent back into Mexico. Under the policy, authorities have expelled migrants at the U.S.-Mexico border more than 2.8 million times since the policy began, according to the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol data. That's a lot of times. Yeah, that's a bunch of times. All right, let's keep going. The policy, which officials have relied on to manage a spotting situation at the border, is set to end at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. That'll be 10:59 Central Standard Time, and I believe that'll be 9:59 Pacific Standard Time. So it's right around the corner, guys. All right, right now it's 8:38 in Central Standard Time. So here it is. Why is it ending? Okay, we are still on Title 42. Okay, we're still answering this question. What is Title 42? We're still right here. Why is it ending? All right. We've known for months that Title 42's days were numbered. Okay, so this has been known for a long period of time. All right, the policy's end comes as the Biden administration is ending the COVID public health emergency nationally. All right, the emergency declaration was the legal underpinning for Title 42's border restrictions, in addition to a number of other policies. All right. So that is what Title 42 is and why it is ending. Okay. All right. It says, what will happen at the border after the Title 42 is lifted? Here's what's going to happen. All right. Let's listen to this very clear. All right. Officials predict that lifting Title 42 is likely to spur a significant increase in the number of migrants trying to cross into the U.S. Okay. Again, increase. All right. So it means it's going to get worse. More people. Okay. Clear. All right. One reason for the expected spike, many migrants who were sent back to Mexico under the policy are desperate and losing patience. So what this is saying on CNN is that migrants are losing patience. They're losing patience to enter into our country illegally. Can I make that clear? Illegally, right? Let's keep going. Because advocates say for many of those who were expelled under Title 42, the situation has been dire. Since Biden took office, Human Rights First says it's identified more than 13,000 incidents of kidnapping, torture, rape, or other violent attacks on people blocked or expelled to Mexico under Title 42, right? Another reason for an expected surge in migrant crossings, according to officials, is misinformation from smugglers who exploit migrants for financial gain. All right? Speaking to reporters last week, Homeland Security Secretary, you're going to hear more about him in a second, right? Alejandro Mayorkas urged would-be migrants not to fall victim to these efforts. He said, "You are being deceived, all right, and you are risking your lives and your life savings only to meet a consequence that you do not expect at our southern border." He said, "The border is not open. It has not been open. It will not be open subsequently to May 3rd." He said. Now, all right. So we're gonna vet all this in a second. All right. I'm gonna try to speak. He said the border is not open. It has not been open, and it will not be open subsequent to May 11th. He said. All right. I want y'all to we want to be clear with what he's talking about. All right. So now, guys, we've kind of read a little bit of what this is. So now we know what Title 42 is and why it's expiring, and these plans, so to speak. All right. So we know what that is. Long live the king.